My name is Rosie Fitzgerald. I am the lady captain here in the golf club. I want to welcome Mike and Seamus from STL. We've directors here. We've got Bobby and Pat and Mick and Derek and Mary. So all our directors are here. I want to welcome our chair, Bernie, Captain Neelis, and we have some apologies from our Vice Captain Liz, whose father is unwell, our President Seamus, and our also our Lady President and Lady Vice President, who are at a match at Newcastle West. They're playing against Ballyhaig in Ballyhaig. Also welcome our Vice Captain Dennis, Treasurer Pat, and fellow members, Pro Ian, Vice Pro, our Assistant Pro Dara, and family members, Mary, and guests, members of the press. So you have a copy of a poster for the Pro-Am on your in front of you, and there's also press release. So the first person I'm going to ask to speak is Captain Neelis.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to, on behalf of Lady Captain Rose and myself, I'd like to welcome you all here today to the launch of Newcastle West Golf Club in association with STL Logics. In particular, I would like to welcome Mike Reardon, CEO of STL, who is a long-standing member of Newcastle West. Mike is a past captain, president, director, and past coaching of teams, and now, most importantly, an honorary life member of this club. I would also like to thank Seamus Hennessy of STL, who organised today's proceedings in his usual professional manner. His input is crucial. Thanks, Seamus. A special welcome to our PGA professional in attendance here today. And this is the third time to host the Pro-Am in Newcastle West Golf Club, and we are delighted to have STL have come on board as our sponsor, and look forward to a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, Neelis. So next I'd like to ask Michael Reardon to
Seamus will speak instead of you.
Or Seamus is going to do the talking on behalf.
Mike is a great delegator anyway. Thanks.
Seamus might be a bit shy.
Oh. I have to get him used to it.
We have a lot of evidence of that now. So, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Captain, and very distinguished guests, you know, such an august array of people, founders in one corner, handing it over, and the younger generation over here. I'm a bit intimidated now that Pat McLaughlin has joined the world of media and journalism, so he'll be putting me under the spotlight. But it's lovely to be here with such an eminent gathering. And I just met Dan Madigan, a very eminent historian. Aren't you lucky that you have somebody to capture all your moments and make so many presentations and contributions to your organisation? So Dan, lovely to see you. We go back a long way with Dan. He's informed me that if we were able to look at a kind of a family tree, we're probably connected. We had a lovely chat earlier on with your pros and your lovely team here. Gave us a lovely welcome this morning. I suppose the real reason we're here is that Mike, through his good offices and the company at STL, is supporting the Pro-Am, done not for the first time. And the last time we were here, I think it was a great event. Sadly, I'm not of the golfing fraternity, but I said on the feast day of St. James of Compostela, the 25th of July this year coming, I said, Mike, get me some golf lessons and book me in to join me up with some eminent club somewhere close to home or something like that. So that's a birthday present that I've promised myself from Mike, and I hope it comes. So, you know, we're all kind of jet lagged this morning. We were at Ed Sheeran last night, and we're so lucky to have a place like Thomond Park as an edifice that you can bring a crowd to. That's fine in the city, but aren't we so lucky that we have a place like this on our doorstep? You know, when you drive in, when you look at how fabulous, you know, every place looks, and even the drop of rain makes it look better. Like a good day's racing, always a race course needs that drop of rain to have a bit of, you know, underfoot support and a bit of give in the ground. But so it does look well, and well done to all of you that are involved in the grounds and in the greenkeeping activities here. But also, talking about underfoot, the plushness since we arrived in the front door, it's a lovely place and it's a wonderful venue. So I know and I hope that the Pro-Am will be a good selling point for this as well, and that it will act as a kind of, you know, another launch pad. You've had many, but that it will in some way contribute to getting out the good message about the great facilities that are on hand and available here. I was just looking, I'm dazzled by the silverware. I had to investigate it earlier on. I thought she'd won an awful lot of golfing prizes, but no, I've seen it's the rugby cups and so on. But I don't mind what silverware it is. It'll look great in a photograph, and very few will know the origins of it anyway, and then we'll never let the truth get in the way of a good story and a good marketing kind of notion. So, you know, we're often and regularly inundated with requests for support and sponsorship and to fund various events. I know nothing gives Mike more pleasure than doing something on our home turf and in our home ground. And I see a cup there, or a fine trophy that his father was associated with many years ago. So I know Mary and Mike have a great satisfaction and contentment when something is done on their and our own doorstep. And it's good for the community, the locality, and ourselves as well. And it just shows that there is a commitment, and has been a good commitment from STL. And I suppose by that, we've grown, you've grown, and I suppose each helps each other. And we thank you for your support to us in various ways down through the years, and so on and so forth. I see Dennis Woods over there. We're usually here around October, I think, just after we go back to school to present another prize to the Garda retired members. Is that, we probably haven't had it for a few years. And now, Mike, you've no choice but to sponsor that in October anyway. So that's a great way of getting that over the line for you, Derek McQuinn, and Dennis down there, and of course I see another man there. I bumped into him regularly in my radio days, maybe a little over the limit of speed only, Paddy Ivas down there. And they were the days when you got the nod. Unfortunately, we'll move on quickly from that. We're in a different era now with everything else that's going on. But nevertheless, I wish you great success on the event, and we're looking forward to it being a great marketing event for your club, but an enjoyable day for yourself, for your members, and the guests that I hope that it will attract. It will be, of course, a huge media spin, I'd imagine, with your PGAs arriving and so on. And I know, gentlemen, over there, you'll have a lot of work on your hands, but it's in safe hands. Our good friends, Miles Lyon's grandson, and our good friend from Quinn in County Clare, bringing all that County Clare talent this way. So with that, we can just say thanks to you for all you've done so far. We're looking forward to the Pro-Am being an excellent and wonderful success. The Sulagum Gawinshif Shatarava Augustanov us on law in August later on, and that it goes very, very well for you. And Lady Captain, thank you, and Captain, for your hospitality here today, and to the people from the Long Court, Mike and friends behind the bar. Our catering was absolutely lovely, so thank you. Mila Buikastov Golair, and Gunairi and Taliv, and a special word of thanks for our sporting fraternity in the corner that got a day off from Drew Harris and so on, and others. So thank you all for being here and putting your shoulder to the wheel, and Fergal for bringing on the cups. I wondered, how did you get that cup into the boot of your car? You know, if you were stopped by a guard coming along, they think you'd have it robbed. But it's a fine piece of silverware, and I hope then that there'll be lots of presentations and happy people on this day in August, on the 27th, when all should go well, and all we hope for is a good, fine day and a great turnout. Thank you all for your kind attention.
Thanks, James.
Thanks.
I'm glad I don't have to follow that. We have one more person to speak, and that's Pat Magner, who's Treasurer of our Management Council. So, Pat, I'll ask you.
So I'm going to throw away pretty much everything that I had wrote down and just say a couple of thank yous, really. I'm not going to thank anybody in particular because knowing my look, I will leave somebody out and make a mistake and hear about it for the rest of the year. I would just say, Mike, I suppose, from my perspective, I was involved in the Pro-Am 2012 and 13, and there were 2 fantastic days in the club. And we're really looking forward to having the same again this year. There's no reason why they won't be very successful. I think it's probably a testament that there's inquiries of up to nearly 40 teams already pre-sold, which I think is a testament to yourself and to the sponsorship and the success of the previous Pro-Ams. I think that's really a mark of yourself as well. It's going to be great to be able to showcase our facilities. There's a lot of work gone into the course over the last couple of years, a huge amount of work gone into the locker rooms and into the facilities upstairs here as well. We're looking forward to having the hospitality from the Long Court on the day, and it really will be a great day. I would also like to thank the organising committee. Again, you all know who you are. I'm not going to mention anyone individually. It's a huge undertaking by the club. It's not possible though without our sponsors. I think we really need to acknowledge that. Our PGA staff, again, thanks very much for organising and being the liaison with the PGA. We were lucky to secure a great date, which we feel is the 27th of August, just before people go back to school. It really, everybody should be back from holidays before they go back to school and should really fit well with a good day's golf. We need a small bit of weather, and hopefully that will come. I think other than that, I'm only going to talk myself into a hole having tried to follow Seamus. So with that, just thank everybody, and thanks very much, Mike. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. And thank you all for coming. And today, I want to particularly thank Alistair for organising things today from the perspective of the club, and also the catering here from the Long Court.